So, today's gonna be a random video. I received a gift for Secret Santa gift exchange I did with some nerd fighters on Facebook. So, I got Black Sheep. It is not for the youngins, restricted 13 and over only, and also 15 and over only. You must be accompanied by a parent or adult guardian. Accompanied where? It's a DVD. Accompanied if you go to New Zealand? I don't know. But this is actually a remake because we needed another Killer Sheep movie. It's not really a remake though. They call it a remake of an old movie called God Monster of Indian Flats. But this has nothing to do with that movie. It's a crappy movie of a guy in a sheep suit that's in the movie for like 30 seconds. So, but this one is fun. It's a fun little movie. Killer Sheeps. How can you have fun with Killer Sheeps? Said New Zealand Film Commission, and you know that the country in New Zealand wouldn't okay something unless it was awesome. Yeah. So starts off with these kids. They're out herding sheep, but one of them, when they're done, he goes to look for his little pet sheep Dudley, who his brother has murdered, skinned, and wears the skin as a costume to scare the hell out of his little brother. Yeah, nice kid. And 15 years later, the kid's grown up and afraid of sheep. I did not know fear of sheep was a thing, but it is. It even has a fancy phobia name that I don't remember, but it's apparently real. So now his brother is a successful businessman trying to breed the next generation of sheep. And later on, one of them, they only show one of his super sheep that didn't turn into a mutant killer. And it says little super white ball of fuzz that he may or may not have sex with. It's kind of vague, but I think he did. Yeah. So, basis of the movie is the evil brother Angus has made these mutant sheeps, trying to create the better sheep. Bigger and better sheep, he ends up creating this weird killer hybrid thing using human DNA that makes them super smart and evil. So these two hippies named Experience and Grant steal one of the experiments. Experience stole an experiment. Can't even say it slowly. And meanwhile, Henry, our good guy, is selling his share of the farm to the bad guy, Angus, for $2 million. But the hippies are getting bit by this little baby sheep thing that's like that big, and it somehow chases them down and bites them, and Grant turns into a sheep. Yeah, people do that in this movie. And then the sheep gets away and bites another sheep, and they start attacking people, and yeah, I don't know. Experience goes to find help, finds Henry, and then gets surrounded by sheep with his friend Tucker, who gets bit by a sheep and starts turning into one. He has like a hoof. And then his brother gets bit by a sheep, and he doesn't turn full sheep. Well, not right away. He, like, gets the ability to talk to sheep and like I said, may have ended up banging one. It's kind of vague, but his brother says, "You have a weird view of animal husbandry. What were you doing in here?" So yeah, I think that means he fucked the sheep. And then, but the brother still has a little bit of brains about him. He hasn't gone full sheep yet. So he has the announcement that he's gonna make these better sheep, and he has his little sheep girlfriend there with him to show her off. And a herd of killer sheep attack the audience. By audience, it's like 20 people in folding chairs. So, like the entire population of New Zealand. Sorry, New Zealand. Henry fights his brother, and they have two Chekhov's guns moment. If you don't know what that is, there's a playwright named Chekhov. He said that if you show a gun in the first act, it better shoot somebody in the third act. And there's two of those in these. His dad won a shearing competition, and he has the Golden Shears Trophy. It's just a big pair of scissors. And he ends up stabbing his brother with that. I'm like, oh, knew that was coming. But what I didn't see was the second one. The whole movie, you know the sheep are evil if they fart. And the hippie girl is like, yeah, animal farts are horrible for the environment, man. They're pure methane. So at the end of the movie, he blows up the sheep with using their farts. Whole bunch of sheep in a building farting, you throw a match in there and kaboom! Everyone blows up. And it somehow turns his brother human again and makes him not a sheep anymore. He was like this giant sheep creature. I think it's blown up and turns human again. But he wants to be a sheep again, so he tries to get the evil sheep to bite him. And they end up biting his penis and like stretching it out till it snaps off. Yeah. That happens in this movie. So, where was I? My computer crapped out on me again. Yeah, so the sheep eat the dude, but there's a happy ending for everybody else. They find an antidote and bring the hippie dude back, Grant. And, our hero there has a new girlfriend, and they're gonna try to make the farm organic now. But there's a little bit of a cliffhanger at the end. The dog Boz. Black Sheep 2! Come on, Black Sheep 2. Okay, final thoughts. If you want to see a movie about killer sheep, you're probably gonna like this movie. But it's not for everybody, obviously. I mean, it's not very good. The costume work is horrible, and the killer sheep are horrible. But, I mean, it's a fun little movie about killer sheep and a guy afraid of sheep. Like, I have blah, 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 blah phobia. Like, what does that mean? I feared that this day would happen someday. Stupid lines like that. Yeah, so that's my review. Black Sheep, thank you to the person who got it for Christmas for me. I enjoyed it. So, thank you for watching, and I'll try to do better the next time.